Hi there, thank you very much for joining us. I'm Philip Duncan. Well, across New Zealand this week we've got warmer than average winds moving through, especially into the afternoons. The nights are still a little bit cold, so are the mornings, but the afternoons are warmer than average in just about every part of the country, thanks to a subtropical airflow that is increasingly becoming subtropical. Not everyone has it right now, but you should do by the time we get to the end of the week. So there it is. That's the big subtropical north to northeasterly flow. It is somewhat affecting the north and the very south of the country as it starts to move in. This low is falling apart, but there's another system behind it moving in, and that will help generate another low as we go in towards the weekend. So this is how we look for Wednesday. That high is parked out over the Chathams. The subtropical winds are moving into more places, and we've got some showers turning to rain on the west coast on Wednesday afternoon. There might be an isolated heavy fall in there, but it's still fairly dry in other places, and the rest of the rain for that west coast is pretty moderate. On Thursday, that rain becomes a little more widespread along the west coast. A little bit comes into Mount Taranaki, but almost everybody else has just a cloudy, dry day. There might be a couple of showers or drizzle patches, especially later on as this starts to move into the lower North Island. But it is weakening as it moves into high pressure, which is further to the north. So this is the rainfall over the next few days. This is Tuesday, Wednesday, and into Thursday. And as you can see, the rainfall totals on the west coast are fairly big. We're talking about 50, 60 millimetres or so coming for those areas. It might even get up to 70 or 80 in the mountains. Around Mount Taranaki, you're looking about 20 or 30 millimetres there. But just about everybody else, we're only talking about a few millimetres. The yellow shading, that's only 10. So we're at the bottom of the scale for these other northern areas. So for the rest of Friday, you can see a few showers around, but that front, that's the main front there, really does disintegrate as it tries to move across the North Island. There's a slight northwesterly on Friday, a couple of showers around. It's still mild, no great change. Now this weekend, we do see a change coming through, a new low forming out here in the Tasman Sea. Subtropical northerlies or northwesterlies are developing ahead of it. So another warm day coming on Saturday in many places. The rain clouds certainly set in on the west coast with heavy falls possible. And here is Mother's Day Sunday. At this stage, it looks as though low pressure crosses over the South Island. A cold front sweeps over the North Island. So maybe a sleep in for mum across the country, I think so. There might be some sunny spells developing in the north later on, and then the winds turn westerly, but I've got to say they turn southerly in the south. We've got snow coming for the mountains and ranges on Sunday night and Monday with a wintry change on Monday. In fact, Queenstown's high on Monday is just 7 degrees. Queenstown's overnight low tomorrow night is 8. So the low tomorrow night is 8, the high on Monday is just 7. That gives you an idea as to what is coming behind that system. By the way, next week, dominated by a lot of westerlies, and high pressure looks like it's going to be stuck over in Australia. So maybe we're finally switching into a proper autumn weather pattern now. That's all from me. We'll update you again tomorrow with the latest.